An idea that is said to be worthy will always remain alive. This is true about cotton farming in northwest Nigeria, a geopolitical zone that comprises of Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina, Kano, and Jigawa states. These areas are the traditional cotton areas because of their history in cotton farming and textile industries in the days of old. Although it is no longer news that cotton farming was abandoned for decades due to the discovery of crude oil in the country. But since the inclusion of the cash crop known as white gold in the 2019 Anchor Borrowers Program, cotton farmers have been committed in keeping to the mandate of increasing production of cotton for industrialization, achieving economic sustainability, diversification, and employment generation. Behind the drive for this excellent policy accomplishment is the National Cotton Association of Nigeria, NACOTAN, the umbrella body for all cotton farmers in the country. Having achieved remarkable successes in the 2019 and 2020 cotton farming seasons, NACOTAN has proved that cotton farming can be revived and sustained in Nigeria if the required support is given. One of the steps employed by NACOTAN to attain this enviable purpose in the nation's national development is the determination of the leadership of the association. Another step is the acquisition and distribution of tractors to state chapters so as to ease mechanization challenges and also increase output of cotton. For the 2021 cotton farming season in the Northwest, NACOTAN has provided the needed support to farmers for cotton cultivation in their respective states. A visit to farms in Kebbi State speaks volumes about the progress made so far. Total of 417 hectares of farmland have been cultivated.
This farm is belong to me in particular, Salih Umar Samia. This farm is mine, it belong to me. NACOTAN normally support us to farm this cotton, but you know cotton cannot farm without supporting. They normally give us a seed, fertilizer, chemicals, and other things. At the end of the farming season, I'm expecting 10 tons from this farm when I cultivate it.
Aside Tamia, other locations where cotton have been cultivated are Ayu, Wasagu, Sakaba, and Gora. In Sokoto State, cotton is cultivated in more than 7 locations across 8 local government areas.
We have a lot of things, but then the seed that we have given by our association, the cotton, it is very good. Have made a good germination. That only what help us, being that we have got the seed early and then we have planted it. If you can look over there, you see my national treasurer has started picking at his own farm. In Sokoto State, we have at least 999 hectares in Sokoto.
contiguous cotton farm at Tureta local government area along Sokoto-Gusau Road is one of the efforts by NACOTAN to increase output that will sustain the ginaries for a long time. Sokoto State is also a model for cotton dry season farming. Abubakar Sadiq has been farming cotton for half a century, and his area of specialty is dry season cotton farming, which he combines with other crops.
I started farming cotton, production cotton for the last 50 years back. I started farming cotton in 1975. Basically, you are in my dry season farm. You see, this is the way and manner we are irrigating whatever irrigatable. Here we have a maize farming. You see, you can see beans, you can see maize, and you can see cotton.
Sadiq believes dry season farming will increase all year output of cotton for industrial use.
The reason why we can do it and we must do it in order to boost more cotton, and also to make our farmers all year round working. And since we have God-given potentials, like this area is what we call Padama. If you go around here, you see at the end of the scene, you can find not less than 5,000 tube wells. Like the one you see here, the one we just start the engine and the water continues. As you see that machine there, we can leave it till more than 12 hours working. You can put it on and you go. After 3-4 hours you come back. You can see it's on and the water is all over the place. By doing this, we get money during the dry wet season. At the same time, during the dry period or dry season also, we get money.
Despite security threats and corresponding military onslaught against bandits in Northwest, NACOTAN was able to mobilize farmers in Zamfara State.
Very unfortunate. Since 2019, 2020, we, the executive of NACOTAN in the state, we have a bitter experience when it comes to recovery. The farmers, many of them, did not comply with the agreement we made. After harvest, they are going to pay in kind that is in cotton. So huge amount of money are expected to be paid by the CBN, who are the sponsor of the program. So because we could not pay much, the CBN decided not to allow NACOTAN to queue in this Anko program in 2021. We are very much surprised. What even NACOTAN gave was not up to what the CBN was giving when we are in full pledge of the program. We selected serious farmers who are having vast land, and we give them seeds. We give them some few bags of fertilizer, some insecticide, and that's all. These farmers, because they are serious in cotton farming and they are honest, they even add money from their pocket to buy more input, more fertilizer, more insecticide, so that the program will succeed.
About 4,000 hectares of farmland have been cultivated in Mafara, Maradun, Gumi and Gusau.
The name of this village is called Yangu, and it is under Tilata Mafara local government of Zamfara State.
Farida Abdurazak, a female cotton farmer, was born into a family whose occupation is cotton cultivation. She recounts her experience with NAKUTAN and how cotton farming has helped her family.
So cotton farming, I inherited it from my father. Since when I wasn't born. Cotton farming, right from the history goes, is one of the source of income in North. Let's say even in Nigeria. It's for some times that we don't know what happened that cotton farming was no longer in existence. But now, with NACOTAN farming, it helped a lot of people because we are reviving cotton farming now in Zamfara State. Before coming of NACOTAN, you find out that is in 1,000 farm, you will not get one cotton farm. Why? Because nobody in that is in that farming now. But NACOTAN help people in supplying more inputs to them, supporting them with all this herbicide, insecticide, supporting them with the people like this agronomist who can come and tell them how to farm, when to apply pesticide, or when to apply before planting, when to apply this herbicide. More than 50% of Zamfara State farmers now are into cotton farming just like before.
Farida laments lack of support to NACOTAN and late supply of inputs to farmers as some of the challenges confronting cotton farmers in the state.
It's just that before giving us the goods, the NACOTAN or the government used to supply goods very late. So for those that doesn't have money to buy some seed to start the farming earlier, they will find it difficult to harvest because during the harvest, many animals will come and eat the whole cotton, more especially cows, because you know cows used to eat cotton.
In a related development, NACOTAN has also cultivated 1,530 hectares of cotton farm in Katsina State. These farms cut across 7 locations in 7 local government areas, such as Kankara in Brudugao local government area, Sayao in Sabua, Meirua in Faskari, Tani, Dandume, Garga in Malumfashi, and Dunduniya in Funtua local government area. All the farms are white with cotton ready for harvest, an indication of a good planting season by the farmers and NACOTAN.
So we have done a lot of activities for timely planting, provision of viable improved provided by the program under CBN NACOTAN ABP, and the advice and training of the ADPs, agronomists, and application of chemicals. So it contributes to this success anyway. There's a lot of support for sensitization, provision of chemical inputs, ranging from chemicals, seed, mechanization, and everything cotton farming needs.
The 2021 wet season in Kano State has about 4,500 hectares of cotton farm in 14 locations across 11 local government areas. Apart from Tanyawa, Yakame, and Kiru farms, the rest are under the contiguous method because of their large size. One of the success stories in Kano is shared by this cotton farmer, Ismaila Mohammed.
Ke garin Gofarwa karamar hukumar Gezawa. Na yi noman auduga, na samu iri mai kyau, amma duk da haka matsaloli na rashin ruwa sun dan same mu. Da farko da na shuka wannan auduga na sa taki na dabbobi na gida kenan. Na sa kamar abin da muke cewa koran shanu 25 a shakata 2, amma gonar shakata 4 shi ya zama kenan shakata a amalanke 50 kenan muke cewa. Sai gonan ya zama ya samu taki sosai, muka zo muka ja beta karciya na shanu, gurin yayi laushi, muka bazar da wannan taki, muka sake sa shanu suka sake bi ya sake laushi. Sai Allah ya kawo ruwan sama, sai muka samu muka ja shanu suka sake tsaga mana huda kenan, sai muka shuka. Da muka yi wannan shuka kuma cikin ikon Allah ba a sake samun ruwa ba sai bayan 14. Wannan shuka tana bukatar ta fito kuma babu laima sosai ta tsotse. To cikin ikon Allah kuma ga irin a lokacin ya kare a hannuna, amma mun shuka shi wani guda 5 wani guda 6 haka muka cire, kowanne muka zo muka dasa daga baya. Dan da idan ka zo gonan nan za ka kirge audugan da ike gurin saboda ba shi da yawa, yadda kaga cikin gonar can haka take. Sai muka ringa cirar masu yawan muna raba ɗaɗɗai haka muka yi wannan aiki. Sannan da Allah ya kawo ruwa sai ta kama, ran da muka yi da shan ran nan aka yi ruwa kuma sai Allah ya sa ta miƙe.
Jigawa State was also supported by NACOTAN for the 2021 cotton wet season with 3,500 hectares of farmland across 11 locations such as Taura, Regime, Dangwali, Karnaya, Kudaga, among others.
So now you are in the NACOTAN farm. As you can see, the farm it covers 120 hectares. So it is here in Dutse, the state capital of the state. So actually we get the cotton seed, 25 kg per hectare, and we have collected the first emergence and the pre-emergence. So there's glyphosate, 4 liters per hectare, and then first emergence 2 liters per hectare, and then we have collected the liquid fertilizer, though we have collected it late, 3 liters per hectare, and then we have collected the cypermethrin, so that is 1 liter per hectare from the NACOTAN state chapter.
Despite these great achievements, the 2021 cotton farming season has not been without its challenges.
The challenge we normally get sometimes the attack of insects, but since we have insecticides available, there's no problem for that. Secondly, what the challenge we have, more especially the poor farmers, the money day-to-day buying of oil. You see the gen there. It cannot work till you put a filter, you foil it. So sometimes you can see our farmers are crying, no money to buy this.
So as for this year, the fertilizer they give us is not enough for the farms, and then chemical they give us is not enough. Some of our farmers must say they didn't get the chemicals, but some of them get. They give out inadequate chemicals.
In addition to the aforementioned challenges is the failure of some farmers to pay back the Anchor Borrowers Program loan given them by the Central Bank of Nigeria. In this aspect, the association has not left any stone unturned in bringing defaulters before the law.
Yes, thank you very much. I think we share in the concern of the Central Bank of Nigeria for loan recovery, because time and time again they've told us that it is basically if we don't succeed in recovery, then the program cannot be sustained. And we believe in that because it's what we bring back that will be returned to us to be able to continue this sustainable intervention in the cotton cultivation in Nigeria. Now, we have taken steps. Unfortunately, in as much as you want people to be, to work with integrity and to live up to expectations. You do have some that think that they can get away with doing things the wrong way, let me put it that way. And part of the challenge is the perception of the rural farmer that this is government largesse, this is a grant of some sort. But so part of what we're doing is first and foremost to enlighten them, even when we started and from the beginning, that this is a loan and it must be repaid. And what CBN did that was of interest is that they are not asking these farmers to bring money. They are asking them to bring back produce. That is, bring cotton to cover your loan amount. Now, we have identified that the first thing, every single farmer that has collected inputs, benefited from the loan. We have identified them. We have their names. We have their bank verification numbers. We have their location. We have everything that has to do with them. So we know where they are.
Among the crops being financed by the CBN under the NAKUTAN program, cotton cultivation is the only crop that has more value chain and industrial significance to turn the nation's economic fortunes positively. If gotten right, the cash crop can reduce drastically Nigeria's reliance on crude oil and create massive employment for Nigerians. Bearing these gains in mind, NAKUTAN has taken a pragmatic approach by introducing contiguous farming method for the 2021 season.
I think one approach we want to ensure, because we're already in 2022, is to make sure that we plan early, is to make sure that by March, we should have all the necessary inputs that we require in place. We are already working to put our farmers back into groups that we have now designated. In fact, in some cases, we want to even create for them cooperatives, or put them into cooperatives rather. So that is going on as we speak. We have brought in a mapping company. We are using software to really drilling on the areas that we have identified that we want to farm. And yes, the answer to your question is that we are going to pursue the contiguous farming model.
As we applaud the strategies employed by the National Cotton Association of Nigeria, NACOTAN, in all these achievements, it is hoped that the relevant stakeholders will step up their support towards the realization of the objectives of the policy thrust of the NAKUTAN program, and specifically cotton farming in Nigeria.